Eliminate your distractions. I can't even comprehend how much time I got back after deleting a certain social media app. Obviously not this one, but on Sunday I was just really reflecting on my week and how disconnected I've been feeling to my business and my career choices and how I saw my future. I was actually having trouble seeing my future. Not that it's all my plan or that it's going to happen exactly the way I envision it, but I was consuming so much of everyone else's life and information, and every ounce of I had this for lunch, this is where I'm at, travel, celeb drama, all of that. And just in 2 days, I've bought so much more of my time back, especially up here and up here. Try it. Welcome back to the Transaction Care Podcast. My name is Lillian Hernandez, aka Lily like the flower, because we are learning and growing together. That opening clip was actually from my TikTok. Give me a follow at Transaction Care. And for more inspirational, motivational, uplifting coaching content, you can follow me at First Class Dreams Coach. But I posted that a couple days ago, and as of today, I have gone 7 days without using Instagram. That's what that certain social media app was. And I realized that even in just 2 days, I was the most productive I had been in, honestly, months. Not to mention my mental health just felt so much better. Is it a coincidence? Is it the result of Instagram not being in my life for 7 days, a whole week? I want to say yes, because if you really think about how, and I can't speak for everyone, but for myself, this is what happens when I go on Instagram. And let me know what your distractions are and what distractions you need to eliminate out of your life, whether it's for a week, for a month, a year, a season. Let me know, because in just 7 days, I experienced almost a whole 180 of a transformation in terms of my thought process, my productivity. And we'll get into that. I'm going to share, just some tips and key advantages of what eliminating your distractions, such as Instagram or whatever it is for you, how it can benefit your life and just your overall well-being. Because again, back to my mental health, I feel like had I not made that choice to remove something out of my life, because I was continuously adding things. Let me take this course. Let me watch this video. Let me reach out to these people. Let me learn sales. Let me hang out with family. Make sure I'm spending quality time. Go to my nephew's football games. I kept adding onto my plate, and I wasn't mindful of my choices. So at the end of the day, when I'm back at home alone, thinking about what did I just do? I didn't feel present. I didn't feel fully involved in the process. I just felt like I was there and that was it. And of course, it goes deeper than just Instagram. But what happens when I log into Instagram, and again, I'm not going to speak for anyone else, but my experience is if I'm focused on a specific task, let's just say this podcast, for instance, if every Sunday is my recording day to sit down and knock out one or a batch of episodes, I need to focus on that alone. And that's it. I already have my topics in front of me. I already know what I'm going to talk about. But then something tells me, oh, just hop on Instagram real quick, record in 5 minutes. I mean, let's be real. Is it ever just 5 minutes? So I open the app, and mind you, I also have my personal my personal account, my travel account, where I document my travel experiences and whatnot. I have my Transaction Care account. Still give me a follow at Transaction Care on Instagram. And I have my coaching account. So I'm managing a lot of different accounts for what? Because that's just the way my mind works. Like, let me have an account for everything I want to do. I'm going to work on that for 2024 currently. So I log into the app, and if you envision walking into a convention center for a convention of a multitude of products and services and businesses, and it's just you, and you don't know where to start, where to go, who to talk to, you're just there. absorbing what you can every step of the way. So that's how I feel when I go on Instagram. So if my project or my task in that moment is to focus on my podcast, then I log onto Instagram and I see someone I know is out at a party. There goes my FOMO. Or I see someone getting on a flight. Again, my FOMO. Or I'm not working hard enough. I need to make more money. I see someone, I hear a song that reminds me of a certain event that annoyed me, right? And then I'm instantly back in that place that incident 10, 15 years ago. When just 5 minutes ago, I was focused on this podcast and getting it done, right? But instead, now I've entered these different fields of emotions and experiences, and I'm no longer present in that moment. I'm feeling emotions that I didn't need to feel. Are they real? Yes, but I didn't need to feel them or think about them or experience them in that moment. So when I log in, it's all fun and games. I'm scrolling and, oh, why did they post that? I become almost like a critic of people's lives. And for what? When I need to just focus on my own. So that's just one instance of how it takes away my productive use of my energy and becomes this time suck, because it's never just 5 minutes of Instagram and scrolling. It in turn becomes 15 minutes, an hour, right? And then, oh, let me go do this other project, or let me go reorganize my house because I just saw someone do this trick on their IG with their curtains, right? And then as I'm doing the curtains, like, oh, let me go, clean the kitchen. It's just like a spiral of distractions and events that deter me from finishing the actual project of sitting down and recording a podcast, which takes just as much time, an hour tops if it's a solo episode, to record, edit, post, and promote on said Instagram. And again, it goes back to my conversation about instant gratification. Hence, it's called Instagram, instant. And I don't take those words lightly anymore. And just after 7 days, I'm reminded of how much time I was investing in the wrong places, in the wrong time, in the wrong people, in the wrong spaces. And will I go back on Instagram? Yes, I will. It wasn't like a forever thing. It was an experiment and a promise I made to myself, because that's another way of building self-trust, is doing what you said you were going to do. I can trust that I will go on Instagram, or honestly any social media platform, but Instagram was my biggest time suck. I already can trust that I can go on Instagram to be distracted, but I couldn't trust myself to not go on Instagram and use my time more wisely. And this week, to me, proved that I'm capable of doing that. If anything, it reminded me of I'm capable of being disciplined. I'm capable of keeping my promises. I'm capable of reallocating the time that I was using and the energy to put into things that will be more beneficial to my life and my productivity and the quality of my life. Because it doesn't all have to do with me being distracted from my business. If I'm hanging out with my 3-year-old niece, she constantly gets on me about being on my phone. She said, you said you were going to play with me. You said you're going to play with me. Why are you on your phone? Yeah, she's 3 and she's right. So shout out to my niece. She knows who she is. She's truly my actual boss. I quit my 9 to 5 to work for myself, but she's the boss. Her and my nephew, he's 14. But ultimately, she's right. If I want to be focused and give a quality effort to what I'm currently working on in that moment, then I need to invest 100% of my time in that. Even if it's for 5 minutes, 7 days, whatever the case may be. And again, I was more productive in these last 7 days than I have felt this entire year. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that odd? How I was self-sabotaging myself. And again, my number one self-saboteur is avoider. So for me, I had to pretty much put the pieces together of, okay, what does Instagram, or for you, insert distraction here, what does this distraction represent for me? How is it improving my life? And how am I losing? Or what is it preventing me from accomplishing? Is it taking away from my quality time with my niece? Is it taking away from me accomplishing my goals? Achieving these small wins to get to the bigger goal? What is it? Is it making me late for things? Is it making me a worse or better friend? What is it doing? So whatever that distraction is for you, I encourage you to just reevaluate how it's affecting your life in a good and bad way. And make a decision. How much longer do you want to go with this habit, this distraction in your life? And what is on the other side of that choice? Okay, so to sum everything up, what has eliminating my distraction of Instagram helped me? What has it done for me in the last 7 days? And number one, it's truly improved my focus and productivity, because every time I wanted to reach for that app, I deleted it. By the way, I didn't just log out. I deleted the app completely. Like, delete all content. I didn't care if there were drafts saved with captions and hashtags. I deleted it all, every single account. I didn't even log in on my computer. But ultimately, it really did improve my focus and productivity. And it allowed me to create this conducive environment for focused work. I was not focused. It's at the time of this recording, it is the middle of November 2023. And for me to say that I felt distracted this entire year, and 11 months later, I'm just now realizing this. I'm glad I'm catching these things and stopping, quote unquote, the bleeding, right? But I had to create a space. I had to create more time for myself, and doing the things that I was doing when it came to work, I couldn't take those away. When it came to being with family and friends, I couldn't take those away. So I had to look to social media, and I just deleted it. I did. And I no longer had to deal with the constant, even though I had them all on silent and I didn't see them on my phone, but when I'd log in and I'd see the heart or the notification symbol, just that temptation to scroll through the feeds and, how many people like this post? What are people saying? Oh, no one commented on this post. No one liked this post. What did I do wrong? It's a series of emotions that it's intense, that we don't realize we're experiencing. And that's what these apps are intended to do, to evoke these emotions, to keep you inside, to keep you engaged, to not get off of their application, to not focus on other things but them, so they can win, so they can benefit and make their money and continue to be the best app available. And even though I deleted Instagram, I still kept my TikTok, which I love, and my YouTube, because those are, I said a few months ago, I was like, TikTok and YouTube are my priorities. But when I deleted Instagram, I realized, oh, wow, I wasn't focused on what I said my priorities were. So again, going back to building that self-trust, I wasn't keeping the promises I made to myself. I was just allowing myself to self-sabotage, to avoid, to distract. And having removed it for a whole 7 days. And when I do log back into Instagram, because I do feel like I should check some DMs in case there's a message from Beyonce, I don't want to miss out on those opportunities. But I do know that I'm now okay with just deleting it. I don't know, something in me was like, no, don't delete it. You might need, tomorrow everything might hit. Everything might hit. When I say might hit, I mean something may go viral. Okay, well, me being in the app as something is going viral isn't beneficial if the things outside of the app aren't ready. Is my website ready? Is my email that's connected to my website ready? Is my email capable of holding or receiving multiple messages? Do I have products to sell? Is there an easy place for them to go to listen to my podcast? Like, all of these little things that we don't think about when we think, oh, maybe one day I just can go viral and everything will work itself out. Yeah, I mean, that's one way of getting by, but I just wasn't focused on my priorities, which were TikTok and YouTube. And this week allowed me to do and be focused on that. So next, I mentioned this earlier, but not being on Instagram and eliminating my biggest distraction lately, it really has enhanced my mental health, my mental well-being, right? Instagram and social media, and this week in particular on social media, I'm so glad I wasn't on all the platforms. I even limited my time on Facebook, but there was a lot. I love celebrity gossip. I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with myself. I enjoy it, especially when it's something that's been occurring since childhood. And I don't want to name what's going on in current events right now, but there is a lot happening on a global front, on a national level, on an entertainment level. But I was invested, and I still am, in all of that. And absorbing so much of other people's stuff, it was just, I was internalizing some of those feelings, and I was feeling a lot of compassion. I was feeling a lot of angst. I was feeling a lot of anger, and I wasn't doing anything with that energy other than just internalizing it. And when it comes to my mental health, I'm the type of person, and let me know if you can relate to this, or let me know, how you are, but I need to sit with things. It takes me time to process, because the way my brain works is I get very hyper, I get very antsy, I get very, I sit with a lot of thoughts all at once. And if something that throws me off occurs, or annoys me, or makes me sad, I don't feel it in that moment 100%. I feel the hit. It's like if like you stub your toe. You do feel that instantly, but you don't realize maybe for a couple of days that you might have sprained it, or you might have broken it, right? Everyone's fragility levels and tolerance for pain is different. And for me, my brain and my mind and just everything takes me a while to process. So I could watch a post or 1,000 posts that someone posts about a certain topic, and I could experience it for a little bit. And then a couple of days later, I'm like not lashing out, but I'm triggered easily by something that has nothing to do with that specific emotion. Or I harbor resentment about something or towards someone, and I don't realize it. So I have all these like misplaced emotions and feelings that are on top of what I'm already dealing with in my personal life. But these outside distractions are affecting all of that. So I had to clear up a lot of my time and space in my mind and in my brain and in my heart to process what I need to process for me first. And constantly being exposed to these, and it is curated, because you like one thing. If you like something about bananas, you're going to see 100 posts about bananas after. And then you're going to want to go eat something with bananas. Next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen making a banana smoothie instead of recording my podcast, or spending quality time with family, or reading, or journaling, or meditating, going for a walk. And deleting Instagram in just 7 days has eliminated, at least created some space between what is quote unquote called like comparison culture. And I've been able to create a more healthier environment for myself mentally and physically. I found myself working out more this week. I found myself reading and praying and journaling every single day. Like I was skipping parts of my morning routine because I was so anxious to get to the next thing, instead of being fully present in whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing. And I just felt more satisfied at the end of this week. And even talking about this, I have this sense of excitement and renewal, like this newness to me that is, I feel more like myself again. I don't feel like I belong like the value of myself belongs to what I post, or that the connection I have with people relies on me being on Instagram. I have people's phone numbers. I have their emails. I know where people live. I have to do my part as well in showing up outside of the apps. And I've seen both worlds. I've lived in a time where social media didn't exist at all. And I've lived in a time, I could say half and half, where half of my life I've had no social media, the other half I have. So I know what it's like to spend that real quality time together in a room, present, giving each other eye contact, right? And I just get a better sense of self and I feel a deeper connection with those I'm working with, or family and friends or whatnot, when we are present and we aren't being pulled away into these different worlds on the apps. And honestly, my level of stress has reduced and I just overall feel a lot better. And lastly, most importantly, I've just really reclaimed a lot of my time for meaningful activities. Like I said, I got back to my daily reading and just being in a book for 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. Journaling. For me, I love journaling. Journaling has been my go-to, quote unquote, therapist, coach, self-expression when I'm unable to, in the quote unquote real world. I'm able to process my feelings. Like I mentioned earlier, it takes me a couple days to really fully process what is occurring before I can make an educated decision or a wise decision. But if I'm constantly being bombarded by 100,000 emotions and questions and experiences, how can I find time to work on myself, to answer one of those questions, when the list just keeps getting longer and longer, and then I'm just never going to be happy or satisfied? So, reclaiming my time and producing more meaningful content, meaning I'm able to focus on my delivery with when I do show up again on Instagram, if I choose to, if I want to. I'm enjoying TikTok right now. I'm enjoying YouTube. So now I've been able to invest more time into that, going back to reading. So now I know the key to my success is deleting Instagram. Well, that's a part of it. It is definitely a part of it. And I still have other distractions that I could work on eliminating as well, or at least decreasing the amount of time I invest and the amount of energy I invest into said distraction. But for now, I had to focus on one thing first, and that cleared up and bought me back so much more time than I could even process or imagine. So I will be doing this experiment again. I don't know how long I'll go without Instagram, but I know I definitely have to have more discipline around that app, as well as any other distractions that are happening in my life, whether it's an app, a person, a project, and really just honing in on being disciplined and showing up for what is important and who is important, versus just trying to do a bunch of things for the sake of productivity. I'd rather do one or two things with my full self than 100 things with just a part of me showing up. I want to give my all, not just some of me. So I hope this helps you in your life and how you are buying back your time, because a part of productivity is time management, mental health, self-care, is all a part of knowing yourself, knowing what is distracting you, what is taking away from having more of a quality life, what is preventing you from enjoying your labor, right? And just sit with that for a little bit. Pause. There's power in the pause. I'll tell you that much. And the more time we invest in ourselves to understand who we are and how we want to show up in the future, the easier it'll be to navigate and not be so stressed out on the lack. Think about it. Let me know how this goes for you. What distractions are you eliminating today, this week, this year. New year, new you. You got this. You are worth it. You are ready. You are enough. I am enough. We are safe. And I trust that we're all going to do amazing things in this lifetime. And I'm here to support you. If you want to listen to old episodes of this podcast, head to transactioncarepodcast.com. Join my email list. You get access to me there, as well as my weekly newsletter that I send out with tips, inspiration, discounts on products and services, and I also offer coaching. So if a topic like this, such as eliminating distractions, is something you want to work on in your life to be more productive, to be more present, but you might need a little bit more motivation, uplifting, some encouragement, or maybe someone to help facilitate you from getting from A to Z, I'm here to help. You could message me, tc@transactioncare.com. You can put in the subject, put me in coach, help, eliminate distractions, whatever you want to put. Send me a message and we can schedule a free discovery call and see where you're at and then take it from there. I do offer 90-minute sessions as well as an 8-week program to help you through your journey in getting on track. I know how beneficial coaching has been for me. So if you're ready to invest in yourself, check those out. You can go to firstclassdreams.com. That is where all of my coaching services and products will be available. And to learn more, again, stream some old episodes, subscribe to me on YouTube. Everything is under the name Transaction Care. And definitely stay tuned. We are approaching 50 episodes and the end of my first year of being a podcaster officially. So let me know if there are people you want to have on the show. If there are topics you want me to discuss, I am open. Again, you can email me, tc@transactioncare.com. It's that simple. Drop some names, some topics, and we'll take it from there. I want to give you guys as much information as possible to thrive in your life and give you guys all a behind the scenes look at what it takes to run a thriving business or to be successful in the real estate industry. Whether you're a buyer, a seller, a realtor, transaction coordinator, on the lending side, escrow, there's so many elements to this world. Stager, landscaper, there's so many, photographer, videographer, social media content creator. There's so many people that we can talk about and so many elements of this industry we can uncover and shine a light on and provide some more insight. So if you are interested in working in real estate, in starting a business in real estate, then you can have the keys. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your energy. I thank you for your support. Most importantly, I wouldn't be able to get this far in these episodes without all of your support, without you investing your time and energy to absorb this information that I provide out there. So thank you again. I'm so grateful for each of you. And please tell a friend. The more people that know about this show, the better we can spread the word and share this uplifting, encouraging information with others. And also, I should mention, if you would like to sponsor the show, partner with me on something to collaborate, again, tc@transactioncare.com is my email. Info will be in the description below. But until then, until the next episode, my name is Lillian Hernandez, aka Lily like the flower, because we are learning and growing together. I am a resident care coordinator and host of the Transaction Care podcast. And remember, I am giving you the keys. There are no gatekeepers here. Care for yourself, care for your wealth. Your time is worth it. Let's coordinate. Talk soon. P.S. If you made it this far, give me a 5-star rating and a good review. Or bad. I respect it either way. Thank you.